Hello, good morning everyone. I think it's a very timely meeting today, as we see that Russians are not stopping those drones who are flying over our borders and our cities. Unfortunately, we have experienced drone invasion, or I don't know how even to call it, in my country, in Latvia, as we have seen in Poland, and now in Denmark as well. It's very unusual that those drones can reach even Denmark. So today it's very important to discuss how we can coordinate even more what we do in NATO, what we can do in European Union level. And I'm waiting very much European Commission proposal for using Russian immobilized assets for aid to Ukraine. We have been asking for quite a long time to use those immobilized assets for Ukraine, but now Commission has a proposal and we really need to see what's in details. As well, I'm looking forward for a proposal how we can increase even better our eastern flank defense and deterrence, and initiative about drone wall or something like that has been always very welcome from our side. And one more thing, I congratulate citizens of Moldova. They have voted very positive towards Europe, so we have to do our homework now about integration of Ukraine and Moldova, and we have to open a first cluster.
How do you overcome the legal concerns about the reparations?
Sorry?
How do you overcome the legal concerns about the reparations? Does Europe have any financial alternatives?
I think we have to use this reparations and proposal, because I haven't seen any other better proposal yet, but Ukraine eagerly needs financial resources today. As we see as well in Europe, we as well need more financial resources, how we can help Europe and how we can help Ukraine. We don't need to think only about Ukraine. We actually need to think about European security. And it's not that we can see drones flying over Ukraine nowadays. Now we can see those drones can suddenly happen to be in Denmark, for example. So therefore, I believe we really have to go forward with reparations. I don't think there is a potential that it can go wrong, but sure, we still can work on details, but it's a good proposal. So I really support European Commission's proposal. Europe should prepare themselves. We in Baltics, we have already experienced drones, and so it means last year we allocated some financial resources. We bought the sensors, and we are collaborating with Ukrainians from their experience, having sound systems what can detect those drones. And as well, we need to protect as well our civilian like airports, and therefore our airports should invest more in critical infrastructure for protecting ourselves. I'm open to share what we already have done, but sure, we will be more stronger if we will work together, and Europe should coordinate. For example, there will be some resources in eastern flank, and there will be some needs in different countries. We are ready to work together, so we can we can actually move those capabilities what we will have. So therefore, I see a potential, and I am open to share with my colleagues today probably what we have done.
What do you actually expect member states to agree on here today? Do you think there will be an agreement on the drone wall, for example?
I think yes. I think yes, that I will be supporting, I will definitely support both of them, using Russian frozen assets, immobilized assets for Ukraine as well, how to deal with those issues, and the money we already have allocated for Ukraine. For example, Latvia has a promise to give Ukraine 0.25% of our GDP every year until the war is ended. So it means we have promise we want to fulfill. It includes as well that part. For drone wall, definitely, there are still details what we need to discuss, but I believe it's at least one really good proposal how we can go forward and to protect our European citizens.
The European drone wall wouldn't be ready before 2-3 years. years' time. So what exactly should be done to secure the European infrastructure?
You know, with drones we can go very quickly forward. We don't need 3 years. And I believe we can do it in a much shorter time. It just depends from the leaders. Can we agree on a much shorter time? Because with drones, they're developing so fast. 3 years is too long. So if we will decide today, we really need to do more on our procurement. We have done in Latvia like new bureaucratic rules. We are taking them down to be ready to buy in what we need for our deterrence. And drones is something which we are developing very fast. So we have to work together with universities, with new companies, startups, and we are ready to be, I think, 1 year, year and a half, it's doable.
You mentioned that there are different needs of different member states and that you're willing to cooperate, but what does this mean concretely? We already have southern member states who are really afraid that they will lose the distribution battle when it comes to the allocation of funds for example, drone projects, because they have other security threats. So
I think we need to work in. I'm open to coordinate because I really understand as well that there could be threats on the southern part, but we need to look regionally. What are those, like, we will not be able to target every issue or every problem with the same measures. So we need to develop different regional measures for different regions of Europe. Southern part needs protection from more from in a middle from middle part. From southern part. And sure, we understand we mainly have threats from Russia and Belarus, but as you have experienced, not only eastern border countries are experiencing some threats from Russia. Nowadays, they can choose freely where they're going. They're using maybe even ships and big vessels, and drones can go up from those platforms. So we have to look smart, and we have to be ready as well for climate change. We have to propose regional policies. Probably not everything will be useful for all of Europe, but we have to work in a more detailed way. And you know, we are now leading coalition together with UK, a drone coalition, with other more or less 20 countries who are aiding drones to Ukraine. We have a pretty big experience on drones, and let's see, we are able to provide this leadership. We'll see. We haven't discussed it yet, but we can be one of the partners in this coalition, definitely, as well as Eastern Flank. Thank you.
Hvordan sætter alle petskuldene hen?